A series that I'm starting that I hopefully will actually make and not totally forget about after just making one video regardless. Here are cars over decades, starting with the 5 most influential 90s JDM cars. Also, totally breaking the convention of my normal list videos, I'm actually just gonna tell you all the cars at the start, so y'all timestamping MFs don't feel big brain for using YouTube's auto chapter feature and have to actually comment something productive instead. Nissan Skyline, Acura NSX Gen 1, Mazda RX-7, Subaru Impreza, MK4 Toyota Supra, and don't you forget, my boy, the Mitsubishi 3K GT VR4. Isn't that 6 cars, not 5? Well, actually, yeah, you're correct. So, revised title, 6 most influential 90s JDM cars. There we go. Okay, now moving on. You already know all the know-hows of the other cars in this video, you know, it's just, they're just in here for affirmation bias, but the glorious VR4 though, this thing's underrated, but we're gonna briefly talk about the Lancer while we're here at it. You know, the Galant VR4, also known as the Evo Zero, was a glorious car made by Mitsubishi that would bear the VR4 moniker, which meant Viscous Realtime 4-wheel drive, which was Mitsubishi's front-engine 4-wheel drive system used on their performance hatchbacks, sedans, and of course this amazing coupe, the 3K GT. VR4 was basically what a lot of people call a baby GTR. It was basically the R35 GTR of that era because it was a 320 horsepower turbocharged V6 that was mated to its 6-speed 4-wheel drive transmission that launched it to an astounding 4.5 seconds 0 to 60, which was fast enough to beat the Acura NSX and also fast enough to keep up with an early 90s Lamborghini Diablo. An MF Mitsubishi in the 90s was able to go toe-to-toe with a freaking Lambo in the 90s. Well, Chrysler Lambo at least, or Chrysler Megatech Vector Cizeta Lambo. In fact, Chrysler also owned Dodge, which was currently in partnership with Mitsubishi at the time, and the Dodge Stealth is basically a rebadged 3000 GT, which means that if you race a VR4 Mitsubishi 3K GT against a Lamborghini Diablo, you are technically just racing 2 Chryslers against each other, so go figure that one out. Maybe this wasn't the best example to use. So let's look at the NSX instead. So if we compare the 3K GT to the NSX, and when you consider the fact that the NSX was able to go toe-to-toe with Ferraris, which Ferrari, I don't know, pick one that it's faster than. Boom, there you go, look at this, you know, Mitsubishi, better than Ferrari. Wow, crazy, look at it in all its glory and try to tell me that this car was not only ahead of its time, but even in current modern day status, if you were to put this in a beauty pageant for cars, it'd probably still win by a landslide victory, especially the 1 year only 99 model. Ooh, I'm about to fail No Nut November. But belated. If the VR4 is like the GTR, then what does that make the actual GTR in this video? Overrated, that's what it makes it. In fact, y'all already know enough about the GTR, I probably don't even need to reaffirm whatever bias you're searching for, so change your plans, no Skyline in this video, now we're just back down to 5, like the video title. See, I told you I'd figure that out. Well, actually I didn't, but regardless, GTR fanboys, go watch like a donut media history video about it or something instead. Actual culture JDM enthusiasts who have great taste, stay here and soldier on. And hear me discuss the next car, the Acura ASX, or I mean the Acura NSX, the Honda NSX. You know, now I think about it, using its JDM name for it isn't super accurate since not all Japanese cars are JDM, since Japanese domestic market means it also must be right-hand drive, but when you really think about it, I don't have enough room in this tile to write Japanese instead of JDM, so we're gonna call it Acura. No, don't worry, I got a name that will work. The non-Acura HSX was Honda's first attempt to make a super serial super duper supercar. During its engineering process, it was benchmarked against a V8 Ferrari 348, to which it surpassed so greatly. By that I mean 4 seconds around each track, which is actually a big deal because 1 second equates to roughly a because 1 second visualized equates to roughly a bus length of distance. This NSX was without a doubt fast. And when Ferrari made the 355, Honda decided that they'd give chase and updated it. The first iteration of the Honda Acura NSX featured a 3-liter dual-Huracan 24-valve V6 mated to a 5-speed rear-wheel drivetrain. The biggest star of its show was its heaven-piercing 8,000 RPM redline, which was very revolutionary for the time. The next iteration of the Honduras sound effects featured a displacement increase of 3.2 liters, now mated to a 6-speed gearbox. Instead of just making it one and done, Honda's revised NSX would go on to become one of the fastest budget performance supercars money could buy. Unfortunately, even with their attempt at using Acura to brand it in hopes that it would give it more luxury prestige in the United States, a lot of people didn't really purchase the NSX, mostly because they'd rather have the competitors, mostly for the prestige. Little did these buyers know that the supercars with better prestige they opted to buy for the time ended up being less and lower in value than what the NSX is currently going for today. So yeah, I don't really consider that a win nor a loss, since technically for car enthusiasts who can't afford this car anymore, I don't know. Regardless, moving on, the Mazda RX-7 FD. FD, yeah, as in f these nuts. That was a horrible joke. Anyways, the RX-7 rotary, aka the lovable Dorito, just remember that if you are to ever blow your apex seals and completely grenade the engine, you can always close your eyes and remember that it's okay, because there are still perfectly running LS engines laying about to throw into your now defunct triangle of brap. Of course, if you aren't a degenerate heretic, you'd keep your lovable triangle of brap, and keep that Dorito going, brap, 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 brap. No, Bladed, you can't just say, ha, Dorito, go burn, move on. Well, too bad, ha, Dorito, go brr, 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 brr. Here are the stupid specs on the screen for the freaking losers who actually care about these types of numbers and crap. All cars from the 90s are slow compared to modern cars. Seriously, you're not buying them for speed at this point. That's what you would throw an LS in. The whole point of having a rotary is to not make it a fast car, just to enjoy the way it is, his experience, blah, 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 who cares? Subaru Impreza WRX. Gold and sapphire, piss yellow and blue. The Impreza was the greatest rally car of its era. People long thought off-roading needed a giant truck, or SUV, or Jeep, or buggy, or whatever, but nah, some mad lads at Subaru had the conversation of, hey, you know how boxer engines have a low center of gravity? Yeah. So what if we combined it with an all-wheel drive transmission and sent that bitch off-road? And whenever it hits a big jump, it's not going to flip the car over because of how low the center of gravity is, which will result in it landing very aesthetically pleasing and in a very photogenic manner. Isn't that what trophy truck suspension is already for? Yeah, but off-road sedan. Okay, yeah, off-road sedan. So Subaru went and made an off-road sedan that literally no one asked for, but everyone's surprised he wanted, especially Northerners and Silicon Valley hipsters. Regardless, this rally car prodigy was gifted with its low center of gravity, allowing it to drift successfully, jump gracefully, and hill climb faster than any emotional damage it causes to the onlookers and disbelief that their 50 grand modded off-road build can't even make it up the dune that a Subi just breezed up. But Bladed, didn't Mitsubishi Lancer do off-roading sedan things long before the Impreza did? Look, I know, but I've got a strict 1 car per company quota this video, and the 3K GT took Mitsubishi already, so submit additional allotments in the comments for the inevitable 2000s JDM cars of the decade vid. I mean, you gotta give me the motivation to make that sequel video happen, so share this with friends, subscribe if you're enjoying, and then, I don't know, just hit the like button, please. Otherwise, I will generally forget to ever make a sequel for this video. In fact, I probably still will, I don't care. Don't think I won't, because I will. Toyota Supra Mark IV. But Bladed. Oh, okay, what is it this time? Is it the Mark IV as overrated as R32 that you just omitted from this video because you said the Scott's overrated? I mean, yeah, you're absolutely correct, but also, this is my channel, my rules, my opinion, and I can make more funny, stupid jokes about a car named Supra or Supra than I can about an R32. The R34, on the other hand, got plenty of jokes for that car. Skyline will be in the 2000s decade vid for sure. So Mark IV Supra, 2JZ having 3-liter inline 6-cylinder using 6-speed mating, 177 mile going, sequential turbo spooling, 276 horsepower that was actually 320 horsepower lying, target top removing, big spoiler showing, 5-spoke wheel spinning, Toyota badge wearing, was indeed a Japanese car. So yeah, it fits this video. It's a Japanese car, yep, ticks that box. It's also made in the 90s, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about it. Okay, bye. I'm going back to playing Rep Breath of the Wild, aka Rep Genshin, aka Tower Fantasy. Actually, hold on, wait. Do some of y'all MFs actually think that the Castrol Tom Supra is one of the ugliest race car to ever grace the track? Because apparently a lot of people do. Something about its livery looking like poorly applied mascara. I don't know about you though, but I think this Supra wears that mascara better than like 50% of the girls I see with it. So back off, you know, just it's trying its best. This little Supra, it's just trying to live life, be fabulous, just doing its thing. You know, why you gotta put it down? What did it ever do to you? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash a like harder than you smash your wifey pillow. Hit the notification bell, share this video to your cat, and subscribe for more automotive content. As always though, thanks for watching. Blade Angel out.